Hey YouTube, this is SD Prepper, and I'm going to go through a bug out bag that I put together about 3 years ago. This is my wife's bag, and I made the mistake of not keeping a list of what was in there, of not putting together a list of what was needed to be added to the bag. And I am doing this because, straight up, I need to go over and first overview her bag, as well as this is going to help you guys remember certain things. Okay, so let's talk about the bag right now. It's an Outdoors Products, just a cheap Walmart bag. I believe this was about $30. It was bought because of this nice little roll down feature, which will help keep the moisture out. 30 liters, I do believe. Not a bad bag, but not really one that I would probably keep if given the option to buy another bag. So let's go through some of the other stuff. Okay, first off, I have a little bit of clothes here. You know, just another shirt. We didn't pack any of her socks, things like that, which could be a bad thing. Then we got my boys' clothes. Like I said, it's been a while since I've gone through this. My wife is a non-prepper, so that means it goes on to me to go through the bags. My boy will not fit into any of these clothes. So those we can just dispose of, again, get rid of and go from there. Okay, and here we have some Kleenex that can be used for toilet paper or whatnot. A bag with hand sanitizer. Foot powder, remember to keep your feet happy. Soap, deodorant, and some hair ties. Okay. Cheap little Walmart hygiene set. That was about $1. I still think they're about $1, $1.50. We have 3 emergency blankets. These are also in my pack, just in case we need, you know, them to keep warm. For flame, we have some waterproof matches in the little container, as well as some camp matches that were super cheap at Walmart. These were put together in a food saver, just to keep and make sure that it keeps the moisture off of them. I have just some regular water sanitizer, the purification tablets, one to clean it, and then another to take the taste away. I have one cold pack in case of any injury. My med pack is in mine, so this was just a way to store a couple others with hers. Scary thing is, I think I'm missing one. So now here's the big thing. Okay, so we packed food in here. We have granola. This looks good. I will probably open some up and eat it just to show that the food saver does do some nice things for your prepping. There's blueberries, some raisins that we threw in, and this I believe was Kakashi granola that we picked up at Sam's Club. Not the best tasting of stuff, but it's not bad. Okay, so we got a couple of them, and as you can see, these ones, they're seals held nicely. Okay, and there you got enough snacks that honestly will give you enough carbs to keep going for a bit. So, okay, we have some dried blueberries. And these ones actually look like they're in good shape. Now, here is the kicker. This is why you have to check your bags. These once upon a time used to be apricots. There's no way I'm even going to try them. They're just going to get chunked. Have a bag of taters just for, you know, something that just add water to. And this is a cheap blade I picked up at one of our sporting goods stores. I've spent some time on there getting a decent edge on it, but it is a cheaper knife. The edge is not really holding too well on these. It's going to need to be replaced. I already know this. So, as you can see, we are missing a lot of stuff. This bag was put together under the assumption that I would be there no matter what. And at this point, we can't make that assumption. Something could happen to me. Something could happen to my wife. There has to be redundancies in your bags. You know, just because she has matches does not mean I shouldn't carry matches. Or another thing that we're going to be adding is one of those flint and steel style striker setups. The water, we're going to now be adding Sawyer water filters to this. And then we're probably going to look at some more in the line of maybe freeze-dried foods. In a previous pack that we had like cans of tuna, things like that. Something with ridiculously long expiration dates, as well as keep in mind when you're doing the actual canning process, you have to put an expiration date on for the FDA. There have been quite a few studies that show that things that have been canned can last up to 10 to 15 years, as long as there isn't any damages, any bulging, anything like that to the can. Okay, so probably gonna get her a different bag. As you can see, we're missing cordage. We are missing light. We are missing so many things. I can make a list on the post because honestly, we are missing so much stuff for hers. So, just an overview. Keep an idea. Keep a list of what is in the pack. Keep a list of what you know needs to go in the pack. Remember that if you have food items like these apricots, they were partially dried, but they were bought at Sam's Club and they retained a little bit of moisture, which, as you can see, has caused them to spoil and go bad. You need to keep an eye on things, especially with the clothes. You know, if we would have had to grab this bag and go, my boy would either be wearing the same clothes until they were black from dirt, or he'd be running around naked. He probably would like running around naked, but still. So, keep in mind what you need out of your pack. Keep documentation. Make sure you fill the pack to what you want it, or at least to where you feel comfortable. That's why I'm doing my Walmart prepping series. This is going to be a series for cheap items that can put into your pack until you can afford better. Okay, I hope this was educational to y'all. It showed the ignorance of me when I had only been studying and reading about prepping for the first 3 months of my prepping career. So, you know, I'm showing you mistakes that I've made, so hopefully you don't make them as well. Okay, thank you YouTube. Please hit like and subscribe, and you have a good evening.